Let's indulge the Niners and go to bizarro world where Brock Purdy's healthy and they beat the Eagles, and it was amazing. How would things be shaping up in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs? How would this matchup look to you?
First of all, the intensity would be at full froth. Like the way they beat us earlier in
Yeah.
the year, with coupled with the history that we have already, how they talked about us after they beat our asses in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
This would be the ultimate brass nut dragon affair, honestly. I feel like the rhetoric about Brock would be at an all-time high, especially beating a team like the Eagles. And for good reason, because defensively, I think the Eagles are better than the Chiefs.
Yeah, me too.
So for Brock to have come out of an Eagles game where they saw us coming, right, at their house, the confidence in what Brock could do would be at an all-time high, even if he did have manageable numbers, right? Like, even if his numbers weren't even anything to pop out about, I mean, case in point, we're still looking for Jalen Hurts to have a big game, and he had mediocre numbers against us.
Yeah.
Right? So I think that defensively, this game will be all about the secondary. It would be about our secondary against Patrick Mahomes. And I believe that for what we did, I mean, even in the loss to the Eagles, I was pleased with what we did in the air. I mean, our secondary. I was very pleased about.
Yeah, they gave up 120 yards to the air. Yeah.
Yeah, and not only just the yards that they gave up, but the long passes defended, which is like a specific issue that we have. Then they did so well. So I think that we will be coming in with confidence through the roof, as would I. And I think that what really hurts this team is that I feel like if you get them behind closed doors, the guys will say, we knew we had to beat the Eagles, but the Chiefs are who we really wanted to see. Right. And this would be a game. This will be a game where it would be for the destiny of it all. I feel like, I mean, you've mentioned it before. Andy Reid got one off Kyle.
Yeah.
And I feel like he will want one back. Running the ball, I don't think that they'd be able to handle us on the ground running the ball. I think being able to come in with CMC, I will believe by this time Elijah Mitchell will be healthy. By this time coming around. Yeah. EJ will be healthy. Jordan Mason will be healthy. And I think that we will be really ready to just continue business that we left off in 2019. Because go ahead.
Well, I think what's so upsetting for the Niners here is that Chiefs look kind of vulnerable to me. And everyone's picking the Chiefs to win this game. But to me, like, you got
they look
Mahomes
gettable.
Dude, they got Mahomes on one leg, okay? He's still great. But Mahomes on one leg, which is better than Mahomes on two, and then no Tyreek, and no Mecole Hardman. Hardman scored 3 touchdowns on the Niners when they faced 3. They were totally unprepared for how the he's gone. Juju's hurt. So Pacheco's good, but the Niners faced him. Like, this is a great time to face the Chiefs, which is why I'm picking the Eagles to win this game. It's a great time to face the Chiefs. I felt like the NFC Championship game was the Super Bowl, and the Niners really could have beaten the Chiefs. They could have beaten the Chiefs.
Yeah,
they could have.
I feel that way too. That's why we discussed this topic earlier on, Grant, is that this would be the game where I feel like we would have them flat-footed. This will be the game where we would really want to see them. Patrick Mahomes is not as mobile as he would be. They don't
just bracket Kelsey. What do they do? Oh, you're gonna throw to Jerick McKinnon? All right, okay, we'll live with that. I can live with that.
We know Jerick McKinnon.
Yeah, he's not gonna beat the Niners in the Super Bowl. Right. Although he did have a nice play against the Niners this season. But I'm just saying, if you take out Kelsey, which I think you can, if all these wide receivers are hurt, then it just comes down to the 2 running backs. Like, I don't know, man. Good luck.
Yeah, I think that we would do phenomenal against them. They're a good matchup for us, especially for where they stand now as far as health is concerned. They're a really good matchup for us. I would love for it to have been us.
Because how do you get the Niners? You extend some time, throw the ball down the field. Well, is Mahomes, could he do that against the Niners in the Super Bowl? Does he have the guy to get it down? I don't know. I might even have picked the Niners if they had been in this matchup, but
I would have took the Niners. If we'd have faced the Chiefs, I would have took the Niners all day. With Brock Purdy, I'd have took the Niners.
I think you could argue it. And look, I'm picking the Eagles. I just don't think the Chiefs are a great team. Great quarterback, great coach, great tight end, great D tackle. That's their team.
Let me ask you this. What do you say to Jalen Hurts' performance in the Super Bowl? Because I feel like he did okay against us, but
NFC Championship?
Yeah, in the NFC Championship game. I feel like he did okay against us, but I feel like he's still a little hurt.
He threw for 120. He didn't do a whole lot. Basically, what he did was he didn't do what Dak did, and I appreciate that. He didn't just give the game away. I don't know what the hell Dak was doing, so he didn't lose the game. But yeah, I mean, he didn't look like an MVP candidate to me in that game. He was going against a really good defense, though.
Yeah,
but still, you're right. He doesn't look 100% healthy. He doesn't.
And I think that he's so solid across the board. Not to get off topic, but he's so solid across the board. But there's such a huge drop-off in how he executes that offense when he is under pressure. Yeah. And that's what the Chiefs do. They get the quarterback. That's so.
I mean, they got a great O-line, but Chris, I want to say something controversial. I feel like, what's his name? Chris Jones. Wasn't it Chris Jones? Why am I not know?
Yeah.
Chris Jones. I think he might be better than Aaron Donald. He's so big. He's such a load. He's so hard to block. Now, Aaron Donald's really quick, and he's hard to block too, but they're like on different ends of the spectrum. The guy is so dominating.
Aaron Donald picks his spots. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Not Aaron Donald every down.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
And Chris Jones is that big and that strong every down. He's imposing.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Yeah, I definitely
But anyway,
say that.
We got the Niners winning the Super Bowl in Bizarro World. It's too bad they didn't make it.
Yeah, I got the Niners. I got a dominant performance because we would slow the ball down and really play them. Even in the game that we played them before, we were doing okay in the beginning of the game. What really hurt us was I kind of feel like they did what the Niners did a little bit better than us. They got to the outside really quick with Mecole Hardman. And once they started getting outside and got us going east and west, and them tongues started wagging and the fact that we were so hurt.
They were also jet lagged. It was their first game off that West Virginia trip. They always play bad off that 11-day East Coast trip because you're exhausted.
Yeah.
So there was that
and we do know
they were hurt too.
One undeniable kryptonite of this defense is keeping them on the field too long.
Yep.
For the style of defense that we play, we can't be on the field too long. We can't.
Yeah. Also, you got to make Nick Bosa a run defender, and you got to run right at him. And the only guy who's ever really been able to do that successfully is Andy Reid. He can do it. He's the only guy who can do it. Point. Yeah, but at times he makes Nick Bosa look like a liability on the field, which is crazy. Yes. I mean, he's that good.
Well, he keeps him off balance. He chips him.
He does.
He runs right at him. He does a lot. He stock blocks. He crackbacks on him.
And there's so much misdirection. He's got like Nick Bosa's head spinning because Nick Bosa wants to just blinders on go, and he's like, "Well, where's the ball? Where's the ball? Yeah, it's coming at you.
Yeah,
it's coming at you."
Andy's really good. I mean, I will say this about Andy is that Andy Reid, in my opinion, has a Hall of Fame level screen game package. Like,
oh my God, it's Bill Walsh level. It's Mike Holmgren level. Yes.
His screen game package from every position on every level of the field is unreal.
Crazy. Yeah. But to me, he's so in love with it because it's so beautiful. It's like his baby that he's never committed enough to running the ball because he's like, well, those are extended handoffs. Yeah, but you're not imposing your will on a screen pass. And I know maybe that's not a big thing in the West Coast offense, but sometimes I feel like for them to beat Philly, you gotta run the ball. You can't let Philly's D-line tee off on you. And I guess screens will help that too, but you got to be committed to Isaiah Pacheco running the ball for them to win this game.
Well, I don't know if they are. I don't think he's a full load back, so TBD. Okay. Right? And
they got Clyde Edwards-Helaire coming back. They got Jet.
Right.
Sorry, Jared. Right. You would understand why Niner fans and journalists would be like, "Wow, he's still playing. Good for you, though."
Right. Yeah. I mean, I was shocked at his reemergence, but he's found a role.
Hey, one more thing. The fact that he could reemerge, again, makes you look at the Niners training staff and Kinlaw being like, does Kinlaw just need to leave? Does Kinlaw just need to leave? Because, I mean, the Niners have had an issue with certain players. We can't get you back. And then they go, and they're like, oh, actually, I guess I just needed to change the scenery. Something to think about, Javon, if you're out there.
I will say this, because I love, stepping on your tail. He's not being used the way we were going to use him anyway. Jerick McKinnon. He's essentially a third down back. Yeah. He's not.
The Niners want to use him like he was McCaffrey.
Yeah, he's not doing what we was asking him to do. He's getting gentleman's reps.